Imagine getting paid just for sharing your thoughts on products and services you use every day. With Survey Junkie, it's that simple. Click on the link in the video description to discover how you can start earning today by taking surveys.
John Swinney tonight signalled he would continue his push for independence even if the SNP failed to win a majority of Scottish seats at the general election. With just a fortnight left until polling day on July 4th, the Scottish First Minister was grilled about the SNP's plans to break up the UK on BBC's Question Time. The SNP's manifesto states, if they win a majority of the 57 constituencies being contested in Scotland, they will be empowered to begin independence talks. But Mr. Swinney this evening refused to say if he would abandon his party's push for independence if the opposite occurred, and the SNP don't win a majority of seats. Recent polls have shown the SNP, who have suffered a meltdown in support in recent months, could fall far short of winning a majority of seats in Scotland. Latest research by YouGov has shown Labour winning 28 seats, with the SNP falling to just 20 seats and the Tories dropping to 5 constituencies. The SNP's travails saw the party burn through 3 First Ministers in just 14 months. Mr. Swinney this evening admitted he needs to rebuild trust with voters. Earlier today, Mr. Swinney accused the Conservatives of not caring about the climate as he clashed with Scottish Tory leader Douglas Ross. During First Minister's questions at Holyrood on Thursday, the SNP leader was challenged on his party's stance on oil and gas. The Scottish Government's current position, as laid out in its draft energy strategy, is that new oil and gas licenses, which are approved by the UK government, should meet a climate compatibility test before being rubber-stamped. But there have been concerns from environmental activists that the position could be watered down when the final document is published. Outgoing Scottish Tory leader Mr. Ross said the position is temporary, as he claimed the government does not support new oil and gas fields in the North Sea. But the First Minister said, "We've got a rational and considered process that we've argued for, which is that every individual application should be subject to a climate compatibility assessment because there is a journey that we have to make as a country to reach net zero. That is inescapable." What is clear from the position taken by the Prime Minister, supported by Douglas Ross and the Conservatives, is that they don't care about the journey on climate. They're not interested in the crisis that we face in the climate emergency, while this government will take the responsible approach to managing that transition and the challenges of the climate emergency. In turn, Mr. Ross claimed the Scottish Government and SNP MSPs don't care about jobs in the northeast of Scotland supported by the oil and gas sector. Whenever a new development is proposed in the North Sea, the SNP oppose it, he said. They oppose every round of new licenses granted for the oil and gas sector. In recent years, they have not supported any new fields, not one. Whatever John Swinney is claiming today, it's only a temporary position for the SNP, because their position is actually very clear. They don't and will not stand up for Scotland's oil and gas industry. They are willing to put tens of thousands of jobs and the northeast economy at risk.